Dr. Faustus by Brooklyn DeCan. Background information. Dr. Faustus is a Elizabethan tragedy by Christopher Marlowe. He based Dr. Faustus in stories about John Faustus, who was a magician and scholar. It was said that Faustus sold his soul to the devil to gain magical powers. It is said that Dr. Faustus was written from 1588 to 1592, right before Marlowe's death. It was originally published in 1604. Themes. Main themes in Dr. Faustus are wealth and power. First, wealth. When deciding whether or not he should make a deal with the devil, Dr. Faustus remembers the wealth that he can gain. This new acquired wealth is what drives him to make the deal. Faustus' desire for wealth and his willingness to sell his soul to the devil shows us that in Dr. Faustus, wealth and salvation don't go hand in hand. Power. Faustus was driven by the power he could gain in selling his soul. In order to gain his power, he has to give everything away to Lucifer, and he does. The power to rule not just men, but all the creation belongings only to God in the world is what drove him into making the deal that destroyed him. Summary of text. Faustus was a scholar who wanted to know more about logic, law, and medicine and religion. He decided to do experiments, practice dark magic. He summoned a devil named Metaphausus. Despite Metaphausus' warnings about the horrors of hell, Faustus tells the devil to return to his master, Lucifer, with an offer of Faustus' soul in exchange for 24 years of service from Metaphausus. As the 24 years of his deal with Lucifer comes to a close, Faustus begins to dread his impending death. On the final night before the trade, Faustus is overcome by fear and remorse. He begs for mercy, but it is too late. At midnight, a host of devils appears and carries his soul off to hell. In the morning, the scholars find Faustus limp and decide to hold a funeral for him. Discussion questions. First, what does Faustus imagine himself doing with spirit produced wealth before he has it? What do these plans reveal about his character and priorities? Second, when and why does Dr. Faustus start to second guess his decision to sell his soul to Lucifer? Reflection. There is much to be learned from Dr. Faustus. We see Dr. Faustus give up everything just to gain wealth and power. He later regrets his decision and wants to go back on his deal with Lucifer. He lets greed control him in making his decisions. A lot of people could learn from this and recognize that what you might gain is not worth what you will lose. Dr. Faustus got what he deserved with his soul being taken to hell. He knew the consequences of the deal and understood what was at risk before making the deal. He needed to be held accountable and go through with his decision. His want and desire to know everything made him abundant about his choice to sell his soul to the devil. He had many chances to pull back and not go through with his decision. People can read this story and learn from it. As humans, we need to learn to not be greedy and understand the consequences of our actions.